Standing on the center of your mat. Think about your feet connecting to the floor. We've got our 6 foot centers, 3 foot centers on each foot. Pick the toes up, pick all 10 toes up, lift them up, stretch them out as far away from each other as possible and lower them down. And again, use the breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth as you lower them down. Keep doing this. And now we think about those foot centers. The first foot center under the ball of the big toe. The second foot center under the ball of the fourth and fifth. The third foot center under the heel. So together they make a triangle under each foot. And this is what we're looking to have equal balance of our weight on our feet, on both feet. From here, bend the knees and stretch. Sliding the spine down an imaginary pole and stretch. Arms out to the side. Fill the lungs wide as you open the arms, and then exhale all the air out through the lungs. Really important to fill the lungs and empty them. Fill the lungs to the back. Empty them completely. 2 more. From here, bend the knees to stay, hands on the hips. Thinking about our back bolt and our front bolt, so the pubic bone and the sacrum. So we curl the pelvis under, so we get a rotation of the pelvis, not rotation, a tilt of the pelvis. And then center it so those bolts are in line. Tilt the pelvis forward so that front bolt goes down, back bolt goes up, and center the pelvis. So we're just doing these pelvic curls, which is very similar to the cat and cow that you do when you're on your hands and knees. So curling that pelvis under and center it, tilting it and center it. Curl it and center, tilt and center. Lengthen the legs now. From here, lift one heel, press the heel into mud, lift the other, and press, lift, and press, lift, and press. Lift one foot to stay, and now push through the toes, push through the toes to come to a point. Roll back to the ball of the foot, press the heel down, other side. Use the breath. Working through the bones of the foot. Look down, check your heel is going straight over the center toes. Adding on to the ball, to the toe, and now keeping this pelvis organization, float that knee up. So you've got a 90-90 angle. Bring that toe back, ball and heel, other side. And down. The breath leads the movement. Last one. Nice. Plie, bend the knees and stretch. From here, we're going to lift the toes, bring the feet to a turn out, draw those heels together. These are called our magnets between the ankle, the knee, top of the inner thigh. So they come together, squeezing together like magnets, engaging, keeping these the legs together as we start to challenge our balance. Arms up, relax the shoulders down, away from the ears. Imagine that your hips are on a bar line, and we're going to slide them along the line to the side and then draw them center. So we're keeping this midline connected. Reach those hips, that side bolt along the bar line, and then draw it center. And again, use the breath. Lengthen, don't sink. Squeeze those magnets. Come over to stay, and now I want you to pulse that hip away from your midline. One more. Center, over to the other side. Pulse. Keep those magnets connected from the ankle, knee, top of the inner thigh. center, arms out by your side, roll the shoulders. And now you're going to lift the heels, bring your feet to a parallel, lift the toes, turn out, I'm going to lose my balance. Lift the heels, parallel, lift the toes, turn out. So we're coming into a second position. And now we're going to bend the knees, so slide the spine down, our imaginary wall. Bend the knees, track them over the center of the toes. So you look down, you should see your big toes. And stretch the legs from here. Bend and lengthen. Think about those foot centers again. And make sure those legs are opening out. Bend the knees, and now we're going to pulse the knees back in space. 2 more. Last one. Lengthen the legs. And now coming back down into that plie, second plie, lift one heel. And press, lift the other. And press, lift both. And press, lift both. And press for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen and arms down. Nice. Reach the arms up and open out, press down by your side. And again. We're staying in our second position. The heels are drawing together as if you want to gather the mat up. So you should feel that activation through the inside thigh. Our feet are connecting to the floor, those foot centers, so we've got a really strong foundation. As the arms come up, relax the shoulders away from the ears. And now imagine that we're standing in between 2 planes of glass. We're going to lift the spine up and out of the hips as we side bend over to one side, and then like a slinky, come all the way back up. So this time our hips are staying nice and grounded, nice and still, and the upper hemisphere of the body is coming out into a side bend and center. Use the breath to move. Fill the muscles with oxygen and center. Lifting up out of the hips. One more. Nice. Rotate the palms out and arms down by your side. Walk the feet back in. Toes up, feet together. We're going to get some neck movements here. Drop the chin. Think of your the back of your head as Voldemort's face in the second movie. So your back face is looking up. So we're stretching the back of the neck. Center the head. Eyes look up. Stretch the throat. And center. Think of the skull swiveling on your spine. Rotate the head to the side. And center. Other side. And again. Drop the chin. And center. Lift the head. And center. Nice work. Pick the toes up. Come into your turn out. From here, we're going to lift the arms. Rotate out. Press down by your side. Lift one arm up. Rotate back, reach that hand behind, and then come up, rotate center, bring that arm down by your side, other side. Up, rotate through your midline and reach that arm behind. Arm lifts overhead, center the spine, lower the arm, and again. Last one. So we're getting this rotation through the obliques and lower down. Nice. Lift the heels, come into your parallel feet, parallel position. So hip width apart, little bend of the knees and stretch. From here, bring the arms up, relax the shoulders, down away from the ears. So keep that little bend in the knees if you need to. And we're going to peel the spine away from an imaginary wall. Scoop the belly in, so don't let the spine cheat. We're rolling vertebrae by vertebrae. Drop the head so the eyes are looking at the knees, fingertips touching the floor, knees bent. I want you to touch your fingers to the floor. So bend the knees to allow this to happen. Eyes are looking at your knees, and just give your head a little nod. So just do a few no's and a few yeses and feel how heavy your skull is. Let it hang, let all that tension melt off. To stretch that back line of the body now, we're going to bend the knees, keep those fingertips connected, bend the knees. And now as you go to straighten the legs as far as possible, reach your head further to the floor. So we're getting a deep stretch to the back line. Use the breath. Inhale to bend. Exhale to stretch. 2 more. Last one. Let the head be heavy now. Release the fingers away from the floor. Scoop the belly in and start to slowly uncurl the spine, bone by bone. Very slowly, like a fern. Don't let anything cheat, especially the head. The head is the last to come up. Nice and tall. And take a deep breath in through the side of the ribs. Reach the arms up. Eyes to the sky and then press the arms through a solid. 1 more.